Motivation is a lie, and deep down you already know it. If it worked, you wouldn't be stuck in the same cycle. Starting strong, then quitting halfway. You feel that rush at the beginning, like you can conquer anything, but then it disappears without warning. And when it fades, so does your progress, leaving you confused and frustrated. That's because motivation is not designed to last. It's just a temporary emotion. It shows up when things feel easy, exciting, or new, but disappears the moment reality gets hard. Think about how many times you said, "This time, I'm serious," only to fall back again. That's not because you're weak. It's because you relied on something unstable. On BrainDecoded, we don't just talk about success. We break down the uncomfortable truth behind it. And the truth is, motivation is the most overrated tool people depend on. If you're tired of starting over again and again, hit like and subscribe. What you're about to hear might completely change how you approach your goals. This isn't about hype. It's about what actually works when motivation disappears. The biggest problem with motivation is that it tricks you into thinking you need to feel ready before you act. But real progress never waits for feelings. It happens despite them. You don't wake up every day feeling inspired, and that's normal. But when you depend on motivation, those uninspired days become your biggest excuse. And here's the harsh reality. Most of your life will be made of those normal, boring, unmotivated days. If you can't function without motivation, you're basically choosing to fail most of the time. Motivation fades because your brain always seeks comfort. The moment something feels difficult, your brain pushes you to stop and return to what feels easy. That's why scrolling social media feels effortless, but working on your goals feels heavy. Your brain isn't broken, it's just wired for survival, not success. So when motivation disappears, it's not a surprise, it's predictable. And anything predictable can be replaced with something better. This is where most people get it wrong. They keep chasing motivation instead of building something stronger. They watch videos, read quotes, and get hyped. But nothing actually changes long term. Because motivation is like sugar. It gives you a quick boost, but then you crash even harder. And over time you become addicted to that cycle without realizing it. You start believing that you just need more motivation to succeed. But the truth is, you don't need more motivation. You need something completely different. What actually works is discipline. Even though most people don't like hearing that. Because discipline sounds boring, hard, and uncomfortable. But discipline is the only thing that doesn't depend on your mood. It doesn't care if you feel tired, lazy, or unmotivated. It just shows up and gets the job done. Think about it like this. Motivation tells you to work when you feel like it. Discipline tells you to work no matter how you feel. And that small difference changes everything. Because when you act without waiting for motivation, you break the cycle that keeps you stuck. At first, it feels unnatural and even painful. But over time, it becomes your default behavior, and that's when real growth begins. The people you admire are not always motivated. They're just consistent. They don't rely on feelings, they rely on systems. And that's the part nobody talks about enough. Because systems are not exciting, they don't go viral, but they quietly build success in the background. If you've ever wondered why some people keep improving while others keep restarting, this is the reason. One relies on motivation, the other relies on discipline and systems. And once you see this clearly, you can't unsee it. It completely changes how you approach your goals, your habits, and your daily actions. Now here's the part that actually changes everything. A simple system that works even when you feel nothing. Because the goal is not to feel motivated. The goal is to make action automatic. First, you need to lower the entry point so much that your brain doesn't resist it. Instead of saying I'll work for 2 hours, tell yourself I'll just do this for 5 minutes. It sounds small, almost pointless, but that's exactly why it works. Your brain doesn't panic. It doesn't create excuses. It just allows you to start. And starting is the hardest part of any task. Once you begin, momentum naturally kicks in, and those 5 minutes often turn into much more. Second, remove decision-making from your routine. Because every time you decide, should I do it or not, you give your brain a chance to escape. Instead, fix a specific time and action. Same time, same place, same task, no questions asked. This turns your behavior into a habit instead of a debate. And habits don't need motivation. They run automatically. Third, focus on consistency, not intensity. Most people go all in for a few days, then disappear for weeks. But real progress comes from showing up even on your worst days. Even if you do the bare minimum, you are still reinforcing the habit. And that's powerful, because success is not built in one big moment. It's built in small actions repeated again and again. Fourth, track your actions, not your results, because results take time. And if you only focus on them, you'll get discouraged quickly. Instead, focus on whether you showed up today or not. Did you do the work? Ibn Alita? That's what matters. When you start tracking effort instead of outcomes, your mindset shifts. You stop chasing perfection and start building consistency. And finally, accept that you won't feel like it most of the time. This is the biggest mindset shift you need to make. You don't wait to feel ready. You act anyway, because action creates motivation, not the other way around. Once you understand this, everything becomes simpler. You stop overthinking, you stop waiting, and you just execute. This system is not flashy. It won't give you instant results, but it works quietly, day by day, building something real. And the best part is, it works even on your worst days, especially on those days. So the next time you say, "I'm not motivated," remember this: you don't need motivation. You need a system that works without it. On BrainDecoded, this is what we focus on: breaking illusions and building real solutions. Because success is not about feeling good. It's about doing what needs to be done. If this changed the way you see motivation, drop a comment below and tell me one habit you're going to start today. I read every comment, and I'd love to hear your plan. And if you know someone who keeps waiting for motivation, share this video with them. It might be the wake-up call they need, because at the end of the day, motivation will come and go, but discipline and systems, they stay. And they're the real reason people win.